And you are watching Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week we've been talking about ways that we can add healthy habits to our lives and how those healthy habits can affect us. So we've been doing some tapping, we've been doing some stretching, some movement, breath, meditation. All these things are little things that you can add each day or maybe every other day to start to create a habit. It helps to anchor us, to make us feel more steady, and it also helps to remind our nervous system that we are safe and that we are in this place where we are held. So a lot of times right now, a lot of people have said to me, I feel really unsettled. And so much of that has to do with the fact that our schedules are so different from how they were before. So as we come back to these habits, it allows us to find that nice place, that equilibrium, where we find this steadiness. We have these anchors that get us through the day, the week, the month, however long this goes on. So as we work today, we're gonna do, it's Feel Good Friday, so we're gonna do some self-massage, but we're also gonna do our tapping. I've been doing tapping on and off, but intermittently. And in this last week, since I've been doing it, I've noticed a nice difference. So adding that for the whole week was really nice, and may continue with that on my own in my own practice. So let's start by sitting up tall. We'll take a few moments to breathe and connect, and then we'll start right into the tapping. So as you inhale, feel yourself filling up with breath. And then with your exhale, empty it out. Just checking in this morning. Big inhale. Big exhale, that's it. Feel yourself filling up with your inhale. And then empty out that breath with the exhale. That's it. Belly filling, chest filling as you inhale. And then letting things empty out with your exhale. 2 more times. Big inhale. Big exhale. That's it. Last one. Big inhale. Big exhale. So you just take a few moments, notice where you're at, let yourself settle, and then we'll go right into our tapping. So we're going to come in and tap our collarbones this morning. Remember, your collarbones here are on the upper part of the chest. And as we're tapping into this place where different meridians run. So if you've gone to acupuncture or acupressure, you may have heard of meridians, and they're different lines of energy that attach to different parts of the body. And as we tap into these places, it also helps to connect to our nervous system, our immune system, and allow things to start to flow in a more peaceful way. So as we're tapping here, you can breathe into your body, feel that sensation in your body, and allow it to wash over you. Allow yourself to start to soften and release. That's it. Let's take one more round of breath here. Just nice big inhale. If you want, you can even kind of tap like this. That's it. Nice big exhale. And then coming on out, we'll start to move into the place of the breastbone now. So the breastbone is where the top of those ribs connect. It's right at that upper part of the chest. Even you'll feel, if you follow the clavicle, the collarbone down, you'll feel it. And you can go right in towards your sternum. And this is a pretty solid spot for us. And right behind it is our thymus gland. And our thymus gland helps to release those T cells that helps us to fight different illnesses, different immunity, things like that. So we want to get into there and start to fire that up. So as you're tapping, you can breathe into that space of the heart center. And even remind yourself here that you are healthy, that you have the ability to heal yourself, to sustain yourself, to feel good, not only in your body, but also in your mind and your thoughts. So just tapping into that place of the heart center, the breastbone. Breathing into that space here. Let's do one more round of breath. Great, and then coming back, inhale your arms up, take a big stretch here. Exhale your arms back down, just working up through the body. Big inhale, stretching up and overhead. That's it, exhaling as you lower, stretching up through the side body. Thank you, good morning. And then lowering yourself down. Let's add on to this now. So nice big inhale, reaching up. And as you exhale, you can bow forward and reach towards your legs or even towards the floor. Inhale up and overhead, maybe leaning back. And then exhale as you round and come forward, reaching forward. Inhale and exhale. Bringing the breath to the places where you feel tight, where you feel stuck. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do 2 more like that. Big inhale, stretching tall. Big exhale as you lower. That's it. Last one. Big inhale. Good. And then big exhale. Good. We're going to inhale the arms up. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and exhale it over to the left. So just pressing up and over to the left. Your right side body, your right seat is pressing down into the earth. And you can even roll that right shoulder back. Look up towards your right elbow. Take another deep breath here. That's it. And then come all the way down. Roll your shoulders onto your back. Feel the difference from one side to the other. So as we come out of that one, you'll feel a lot of sensation all through the right shoulder. A little bit of blood flow there, a little bit of healing. And then inhale the arms up, grab your left wrist this time with your right hand. Reach it up and over to the right and feel that stretch here. Keep your left hip pressing down into your chair. And then you can start to turn your head as you look up towards your left elbow. Bring that shoulder back a little more. Take another breath. Good. And as you exhale, you can come all the way out. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Bring your hands to prayer in front of you. Keep your feet on the floor. And then inhale to the right and exhale to the left. Use your palms pressing into each other to create some more resistance, to create more connection behind the shoulders, into the side body, into the back body. And just let yourself be present with all those sensations as you breathe, as you move. That's it. One more time to each side. So opening to the right and then back and to the left and then back. Good. And then coming on back to rolling those shoulders onto your back. We're going to come in and do some circles now, moving around in your seat. Make sure you're forward in your chair a little bit so you can actually lean back. Really creating some stretch there, working your abs, your belly muscles. Good. And then change your direction, just coming around and around. All right, we're going to come into another twist now. So as you sit up tall, you can take your right hand to your right knee, and we're going to inhale the left arm open. So take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, thread your arm through and bring your left shoulder towards your left knee. So big inhale here, opening the chest. Big exhale as you thread through. You can also do this one from hands and knees on the floor, or you can do it on a table. Just feeling that stretch through the back of the shoulder. Good. Inhale and exhale. We call this thread the needle. Sometimes it's called cat in the cookie jar. So just reaching through and twisting each time, bringing your shoulder a little bit closer towards your knee. And then this time as you come through, you can stay there. Just working your left shoulder towards your left knee. Notice my head is turning open to the right. My right elbow is pointing up. I know I'm a little cut off on this. Let's just breathe here. Take another deep breath. That's it. And then as you come on out, you can roll your shoulders onto your back and we'll switch sides. So now your left hand will stay on your left knee. Right arm opens up to the right as you inhale, and then exhale as you thread through, working that right shoulder towards the right knee. Inhale to open. Good. Exhale to twist and thread through. Just moving nice and slow. Big inhale. Big exhale. Opening the chest, opening the heart. Good. And then threading through. And what's nice about this is we do it a few times so you can start to warm yourself up to it. Easing in. This next time as you come in, we're going to stay there. So slide your arm through. Bring that right shoulder towards the right knee. Press into the left hand so your left elbow points up. And just breathe here. Let's take 2 more breaths. That's it. And then come all the way out and roll your shoulders onto your back. We're going to do a really quick standing forward bend just to get into the lower back and the legs. And then we're going to come in and do some meditation and breath. So come on up to your feet. You can swing that chair around so that you're facing the seat of your chair. Let's do a few here. You can hold on to the seat of the chair and just with your feet about hip distance apart, bend your knees and then lift your hips straight up to the ceiling. Feel the back of the leg stretching. That's it. Good. And then keep the legs straight. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale as you bow. Feel the back of the legs stretching and lengthening. Good. All right. Now, this next time as you come up, you're going to stay lifted. Take your right leg and cross it over the left. So your legs are crossed. Your legs are hugging in. And then inhale as you look up. Exhale as you bow forward. And stay there. So you can bring your elbows to the chair or you can reach towards the earth. This is a pretty deep stretch, so if your hips are tight, the chair is probably even going to be a little bit of a challenge. Squeeze your legs in, and as you exhale, let yourself release a little deeper. That's it. Take another 2 breaths here. And then if your hands are on the floor, bring them up to your seat. Before you come up, uncross your legs. You can switch them out. We're going to come on up to standing, move your hips, and then they'll come in and take the left leg and cross it over the right. So squeeze your legs in towards each other. Take a big inhale as you look forward, and then exhale as you bow. Feel that stretch here. Maybe bring the hands a little lower or release down towards the seat of your chair. Squeeze the legs in and then release your head. Let's take 2 more deep breaths in this one. Feeling everything stretching and releasing. This is a great midday stretch, end of day stretch. And then walk your hands back up, uncross your feet, and come all the way back to your seat. All right, so as we come back to our seat, let's get into some of the self-massage. It's Feel Good Friday, so we want to feel good. So what we're going to do is we're going to work our trapezius muscles. Those are, I think of them as, you know, like when you see the trapeze artist, right? Those are those big muscles up here that move from the top of the shoulders all the way up through the back of the neck. And they're a place where we hold a lot of tension. So take your hands here and just start to do little semicircles. You can work right behind, like right where the spine and the shoulders meet. And then work your way down a little bit more towards the upper back and shoulders. Letting yourself breathe and soften. Good. Coming back. Good, and if you want to just do one at a time, sometimes that's a little easier too. So just kind of working all the way up. If you want to take a little squeeze and hold it there and then release, that's also nice. Just working the top of that right shoulder, and then we'll do the opposite side. So take a squeeze here, hold it, and then release, and then work up and down the shoulder and the neck. That's it. Little bit of self-massage goes a long way. It's always nice if you have someone around to do it for you, but you can do this on your own and feel pretty good, right? And then from there, we're going to take our hands. We're going to bring our hands right at the nape of the neck. So right at that place where your skull and your spine meet. Bring your fingers together, and then we're going to start to pull the flesh apart a little bit. So you'll feel the bony, your vertebrae here. You can go on the sides of that. Press in along the sides of the vertebrae and then just pull out. Oh, that feels so good. And then work your way down, just pressing and then pulling the skin apart. Good. Let yourself feel good. Take a couple deep breaths here. You can work your way back up. Ooh, I think this is my favorite one. And just working into even behind the ears a little bit. Perfect. All right, as you come on out now, let's come back and do a little meditation. So as you sit up tall, what's nice about that movement, that self-massage, is that we can start to settle into our bodies a little bit. So you can start with your eyes open. Allow your hips and your seat to release. That's it. And take a couple deep breaths with soft eyes. So inhaling and exhaling, filling up with your breath. And then emptying out. Next exhale, you can close your eyes. Inhale. And exhale. Start to notice your breath right as it is in your body. Bringing your attention towards those places where you're holding stress, where you're holding tension, where you're holding anxiety. And begin to bring your breath there and surround that space with light. Imagine that place in your body, whether it's your belly or your throat or your chest. Surround that place with light. And as you breathe, imagine that light starting to glow a little bigger. And as you exhale, just hugging it back in, starting to create some space around those places where you feel tension, where you feel anxiety. Feel your body start to soften into your seat. Let your shoulders soften onto your back as you sit tall. And then begin to notice here that place where your breath first meets your nose. Noticing the inhale and the exhale. and how your body receives that breath, how your breath makes your body feel. Feel the heaviness of your body into your seat. Let the shoulders move onto your back a little bit more. And as you continue with your breath now, keep the awareness on your breath and start to count your breath. So counting your inhale and counting your exhale. Going all the way up to 10. And then you can start back at 1. Just giving yourself the space to be present today. Knowing that this isn't a perfect practice, that your mind will be distracted. And as you catch yourself being distracted, just bring yourself back, no judgment. Bring yourself back to your breath, whatever number you left off on, or starting fresh at 1. Give yourself the chance to be here now. Even if you find distraction, just gently coming back. And with your next exhale, you can let your mind go wherever it wants to go. Bring your awareness back to your body, to your room, to your breath. And just bring some movement to your fingers and your toes, stretching out a little. And then bring your hands back in front of your heart. We recognize this feeling of calm, of peace, of connection. We strive for it. And so it might overflow into all the areas of our lives. It might overflow into your weekend. I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Nicole Traum, and you've been watching Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll be back on Monday at 6:40 a.m. Hope to see you then. Feel free to share this with your friends. It'll be available for a replay in about a minute or two on YouTube. So have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.